Okay, so like, not every game can be perfect. Sometimes games have errors because they're rushed, sometimes games have errors because there's not enough writing behind them, and sometimes games have errors because they're just not fun. And this can occur even if they have millions on millions of dollars in funding. But once in a while you'll find a game that's not only fundamentally good, but has all of those elements that other games have missed, and you can't help but be sucked into the story. Skyrim does this the best out of any game I've played, ever. Look, I may not be a professional RPG guy, but I think I have a little bit of room to talk. I have probably like 3,000 hours in just RPG games alone, and then thousands in other games that have different mechanics than that. But I've recently been getting into RPGs because I've been finding the ones I like and why I like them. I'm not a game developer, but I do think this game is amazing. And look, I don't think anyone's gonna disagree. I mean, this game is pretty well loved by a lot of people. I've put in like 25 hours and it feels like 100. So far, I've only completed a few quests, but they've all been amazing. I really do love this game, and I hope that in the future, I can bring more videos about it to my channel. Skyrim is great for its story, world building, and especially its random interactions. So without further ado, please enjoy this video. Let me first say that I think this video is really going to go well for the Zoomers who've never played Skyrim because we were just a little bit too young to be able to really get it while it was in its prime. The game is open-ended, which means you can really just do whatever you want. There are a million different quests to do, and none of them feel like they're not engaging or interesting in some kind of way. Quests don't feel like a chore in this game, which I think is a really good aspect that I think a lot of games should try to go for. Look, I'm sure they do, but not all of them. But the quests in Skyrim really feel like an engaging experience for the player. This is probably because of the million options you have while doing it, and the fact that every quest can have an impact on the world. As a whole, like you can do something that impacts how everything goes from then on. Every quest feels handcrafted, and look, not all of them are going to be some action-packed killing spree, but they're all at least going to be interesting and have your attention while you're playing them. And even if the first part of the quest is go all the way across the map to some random ass town you've never been to, at least you get to get that experience of like, I'm walking through the woods and I ran into some giants on the way there, I took all their shit, and then I booked it. If I tried to explain all the different quests in Skyrim, we'd be here all day. But I'll explain a few in terrible wording because I think that was funny last time I did it. Yo, get me a dog and take this meat. Oh, okay. Yo, I talk, fucker. And you know what? You're gonna help me get back with my god sugar daddy. Oh, okay. Yo, I'm a god. Like, go get me this axe from this place in your solitude. Okay. You can keep it if you kill the dog. I'm good, man. Okay, bye. Now, I understand that's probably the worst I could have explained all of that, but I think it gets the point across. I've realized that when I'm rewatching my videos, I do this a lot. I go like, when you get to that quest, you'll know. You'll know what I'm talking about. These quests really do allow you to make any decisions, even if that isn't presented right within the screen you're looking at. I did the quest where you have to find the Redguard woman in Whiterun, and that was an interesting experience. She's being hunted by the Alakir, and you can either choose to help her escape, or you can turn her in, which I did. I don't care if that was the right answer, okay, f her, she was a traitor. But hey, if I wanted to, as soon as I walked into the attic and she told me the situation, I could have just killed her right there, like, and then the quest would have had a different turn. Or it might have just ended, you know? But this makes it so you don't exactly feel like you're just doing what you're told, which is something I see as a big issue in something like Pokemon. In the Pokemon games, there's roadblocks, and usually you have to follow a specific storyline. Oh, you haven't beat the gym yet? I'm standing here, so looks like you can't get past unless you beat the gym, and then I'm gonna move. You feel like you're living the life of this character, even when you're just walking around doing nothing. Sometimes you run into somebody and they're like, hey, I'm doing this thing, help me. You don't even have to go to them for the quest. They're gonna come up to you and they're gonna be like, listen, you're gonna talk to me now. Something I saw complained about in a game like Cyberpunk 2077 was that there wasn't enough random interactions for you to have. What I mean is there wasn't enough situations that just happened and didn't require you to actually initiate them. This made walking around the city in Cyberpunk 2077 quite boring for most players. Skyrim is the polar opposite. At a certain point, your quest bar is going to be so big, full of shit you didn't even know you had to do. Sometimes a dragon comes down and attacks you. Sometimes you're just chilling, you're walking down the road, and then boom, Imperials are just coming over and they're like, yo, I'm gonna beat you up now. Same goes for the Stormcloaks. One time I was just vibing in Falkreath and these thug guys came over and were like, you're gonna die now. They did not win. There's so much that's happened out of nowhere while I'm playing the game. You can stand still in Skyrim and look in one direction, and in theory, eventually something would happen. The game stays pretty engaging because of this. If you're really bored of the quest you're on, you're like, wow, I've been doing this for 3 hours, I really need something new and fresh. You might be walking to the next part of the quest and then, oh, there's a dragon. Oh, now Mirak's talking to me. Oh my god, what's going on? Speaking of Mirak, one of the first quests you can get into when I believe you're level 10 is that some cultists come up to you and they're like, you're not the Dragonborn. And you're like, what's a Dragonborn? And they're like, Mirak's the only one. You're like, who's Mirak? And then they're like, Mirak's mean. You then go to Solstheim, find out more about who Mirak is as a character, how he plays a part in the story of what's going on in Skyrim, and then he just comes in to steal your dragon souls all the time. It pisses me off.
Thank you. We will meet again soon.
Did I mention at all yet that the game is fully voice acted? At no point do people just do that classic RPG thing of like, huh, they always talk to you. It's annoying. It's annoying in a good way. This game does so much really well, that it gets annoying because it's like, I actually have to talk to you and we're having an interaction now. You know what I mean? And you're like, it's like the real life struggle of like, please go away. I don't feel like I'm busy. Okay, please stop talking to me. And you get to have that in real life. Here, I'll make an analogy. Animal Crossing. Why would you want to play that game? All it is chores and like taxes. Social interaction in Skyrim. Same kind of deal. In a great way. Even if you do not prompt these people to interact with you, they will talk to you. Guards are going to walk by, and if you have your weapons out, they're going to tell you, put your weapons away. If you have something in your hand that does fire damage, people are going to be like, don't play with fire. What are you doing? This game just doesn't stop being alive. It's like a real world. There are politics, people picking sides, bounties, and everything. Reading into this game as much as some people have is something I've yet to do. I've dabbled in the occasional Skyrim lore Instagram account and even became the official Thane of Whiterun. Not sure, but I'm getting lots of follows by random aesthetic Instagram accounts. So if you know what that is about, they're all anime themed too. But if you know what that's about, please tell me. I like anime, but I'm not like cringe. If you're really interested in the Elder Scrolls franchise itself, I'd really recommend looking into it. It's super fucking cool. The game has characters whose life actually matters, and if you kill them, it can have an impact on the game to some extent. You can join factions too. Are you bored? Join the Imperials. Are you racist? Join the Stormcloaks. Are you an asshole? Thieves Guild sounds like it would be for you. I am part of the Thieves Guild. These factions all have different quest lines, and I have some plans for videos where I make maybe the Imperial experience. So if you are interested in watching that, stay subscribed, turn on notifications, because I want to do them. I think it's fun how much you're able to learn about the world of Skyrim just through dialogue in game. A lot of what I know about the lore I learned because I was playing. Like if you go to the College of Winterhold, at your first class, there's going to be a Nord there, and he's going to tell you, hey, my family wouldn't let me go here because usually Nords, we don't use magic, but I really wanted to, and my parents all hate me for it. And so then you can go, oh geez, Nords don't like to use magic. It's really weird that he's here. He's a minority in this field. If you really listen, it feels like an actual place, an actual world with actual people. Very, very cool. If you haven't played this game, I'd check it out. It's worth your time. I'm upset I missed the whole Skyrim craze when I was a little kid and I was too busy playing Minecraft, so excited I'm getting into it now. Please consider subscribing. It would help my lack of self-confidence. And thank you to all my friends and family who support me while I do this, because it means the world to me that everyone's so supportive of me when I make my videos, just like sharing them and doing everything they do. So thank you. Thank you very much. Chivalry is dead. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I'm really looking for a game to kind of catch on with my audience right now, and the only thing that's been doing that is fucking Genshin Impact. So, you know, if you like it, please do subscribe and tell me you like it. Please.